The rates of PG&E are continuing to climb every single day. You have the 2008 San Bruno gas line explosion that happened. They're still paying for that lawsuit. Then Northern California was devastated by all of those wildfires, and now PG&E is having to take care of those costs. Damages are ranging anywhere from $14 to $16 billion, and guess what? PG&E's insurance only covers about $900 million of it. So how are they going to pay for that? Well, number one, what they can do is go ahead and charge their shareholders, but they're not going to do that. Two, they can go get more loans from the bank. Oh, wait, they're almost potentially going to file for bankruptcy, so that's not going to happen. Or three, they can do what they always do, and that's pass the costs on to the consumers like they always do, which means what? Higher rates for you. So I'm going to show you how to understand your PG&E bill, and by the end of this video, offer you a solution on actually how you can fix that. So stay tuned. So you're probably wondering who I am. My name is Chris Altamirano. I've been in the solar industry for about 4 years now, and I've seen PG&E's rates go from about 15 cents per kilowatt all the way up to where they are now, about 49 cents per kilowatt. And that's just in a 4-year span. So don't worry, I'm not here to sell you solar. The sole purpose of this video is to educate you on how you're actually getting billed from PG&E right now, where the rates have been, where they're at right now, and where they're going to go, and the reasons why they're going to continue to rise. My job here is just to give you some brief education. If you want to look into solar afterwards, you want to get a couple quotes, I'm more than happy to help you out, but I'm not here to do that today. You know, I've seen bills anywhere ranging from $5 to about $900, and we're actually going to take a look at one right now. But again, even if you don't own your home or you live in an apartment, this video still very much applies to you, because hopefully the goal for you is to move from an apartment and then hopefully purchase a house one day. So this little bit of information is still going to apply to you. Just something to kind of give you some more knowledge so you can understand how your bill actually works. So first thing you want to do is just go ahead and log into your PG&E. And the first thing you want to do is go ahead and scroll down, and where it says your account on the left-hand side, go ahead and click where it says view current PDF bill. And as soon as you click that, you'll see a little thing pop up so you can download. I've already downloaded this. Go ahead and click OK. You can also do this from your phone. So it'll save to, if you're on iOS, it'll save to your iBooks or something like that. But all you want to do is just get that statement of your bill, okay? Then you want to go ahead and open that up. I already have that open. And now we want to take a look at that. So that's going to be right here. So you can see right here, you'll have your account number in the top right corner where it says statement date and due date. The statement date is what we want to look at. It'll have your service for, it'll have your first name, it'll have your address, etc. And if you can see right here, this homeowner has to pay $910.56. It's pretty crazy, right? Scroll down to the third page, okay? This is what we want to look at right here. So this particular homeowner is on the peak rate schedule. So they're already on the time of use rate schedule. So right now they're off peak. You can see they're paying 28 cents per kilowatt, right? So that means pretty much for a kilowatt is 1,000 watts. So if you have like a 100-watt light bulb, you run that sucker for 10 hours, 10 times 100, that would constitute as a kilowatt hour, if that makes sense. So in this particular month, he used 1,966 kilowatt hours times 28 cents, and that's what gave him that total of $553.72. Then during peak hours, which depending on what rate schedule he's on, whether that's option A or option B, he's getting billed between the hours of 3 and 8 p.m. for if he's on option, I believe it's option A, or if he's on option B, he's getting billed between 4 and 9 p.m. at those peak rates. So at 36 or 38 cents per kilowatt hour. So even if we went ahead and just did some super simple math, if you want to see what you paid on average per kilowatt, you take the total of what you spent. So we'll take that 814.47. So 814.47. And then we'll divide that into, or maybe I'm doing it backwards, this total usage right here, 2642. So divided by 2642. And you can see he spent on average, every time he was using electricity, 30 cents per kilowatt. That is highway robbery. When I first got started in solar, it's interesting that I'm able to visit this customer again, because when I spoke to him 3 years ago and try to get him started on solar, he was not about it. But we could have got him all his electricity locked in at a flat rate for 20 years at 18 cents per kilowatt hour. At the time, he was super skeptical about it, didn't want to even give it the time of day. And so now it's just really interesting how homeowners need to kind of feel the heat to go and reach back in to even just take a second guess on solar. And I get it. Not everybody was an early adopter of the iPhone. You have early adopters, of course. Then you have people who are late to the party. But once the curve gets to the top and it starts to bend down and kind of slope downhill, the momentum picks up and everybody just knows it's the right thing to do. And I believe that with the Santa Rosa fires that just took place this last year or so, and all the devastation that's been going on with that, it's clear to see that PG&E's power grid is over 100 years old. The infrastructure is old. It's outdated. It's archaic. We're buying electricity that's really, really dirty. And I think California, as progressive as we are, we need to move towards a more renewable based front. We need to move in the direction of renewables is pretty much what I'm saying. So that's how much this homeowner spent, is 30 cents per kilowatt. So you actually might not be on this schedule. You still might be on the 3-tiered schedule. So I'll bring up a bill for you to show you what the 3-tier rate schedule looks like right now. So if you're still on the tiered rate schedule, your bill is probably going to look like this. So during the summertime, I'm here in Central California. It gets super, super hot here. So a lot of people were constantly using their AC. So you can see this particular household, again, another home, their bill ended up being $1,357.12. That is insane. That's absolutely insane. And so if you look at these 3 tiers right here, you can see where it says your tier 1 allowance. So they got 528 kilowatts, right? Once you pass 528, you can see they're charging you 22 cents per kilowatt. 22 cents, okay? And I'm going to show you what the rates used to be, okay? Then tier 2, once they go past their first tier allowance of 528, then they get bumped into tier 2. And they're getting charged 28 cents per kilowatt. 28 cents. So the rule of thumb with PG&E is once you exceed your tier 1 over 3 times, then they bump you into what's called high usage tier. So it's interesting because PG&E actually said that they got rid of their 3rd tier. Technically on paper they did, but they didn't really get rid of it. They just renamed it. And instead of calling it tier 3, they just called it high usage. So just really, really slick little verbiage to get around certain things, and to really make the public feel or think that, oh, well, we're not going to be in tier 3 because we got rid of tier 3. No, dude, tier 3 is still there. And you can see they're charging you 49 cents per kilowatt hour. 49 cents. That's 50 cents. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up. Okay, and I'm going to show you where PG&E's rates used to be. So here's a spreadsheet of where PG&E's rates used to be. Okay, so this is actually public information available on PG&E's actual website. You can go find it. I created this personal spreadsheet myself. If you'd like this, I'm more than happy to send it to you. Feel free to leave a comment beneath this video or shoot me a message and I'll email it right over to you. I might even create a downloadable link for you if you want it. But just historically speaking, let's just take a look at where the rates used to be and where they are now. So right now we're in 2019 at the time of this video, and it is, I believe it's September 10th today. So today's September 10th. So if we just want to go back 9 years or 10 years. So in 2009, the first tier was 11 cents. Now it is 22 cents. Second tier was 13 cents. Now the second tier is 28 cents. Then the third tier, if you were a quote-unquote high user, they just used to call it tier 3, it was 26 cents per kilowatt. Now it is 49 cents. So in 10 years, the rates have doubled. They've doubled. And so a question that I often get is, I'm not using more electricity. Why are my bills so high? It's a couple things. It's just economics 101, right? As the cost of as we go through time and the minimum wage goes up, well, obviously the cost of everything else is going to go up. It's just economics, right? But the crazy thing is when it comes to energy, it seems like it's going up a lot faster than anything else. And obviously now we understand that it's not. I'm not going to say it's PG&E's fault per se. I don't even know if I use that right. I'm not going to say it's 100% PG&E's fault. Anything under the sun, anything that is built old, it's going to erode, anything. If you have a 1950 Toyota Celica, I don't even know if they made those, and it's probably not and you drove it every day, it's probably not in the best condition today. You can do your best to maintenance everything, but eventually something's going to break down. And that's the point that we're at right now with PG&E's infrastructure. Again, the company's been around for over 100 years. The infrastructure is super, super old. And so it's just not sustainable. We need to start going in a different direction in terms of how we consume our energy. But from a savings standpoint, and again, I'm not bashing PG&E. I don't think PG&E is a bad company. How could I? They are responsible for charging this microphone and charging this laptop that I'm on right now, and for my iPad and my cell phone and for all of our electricity. By no means can we demonize PG&E and say that they're a terrible company, but we have to acknowledge the facts. The facts of the matter are, it's super unpredictable. The grid is really, really old, and we need to do something different about it. And we have the solutions in place in the form of solar energy. So let's just assume that the rates don't double, because from 2009 to 2019 today, the rates have pretty much doubled. They went up 4 times this year, 2019, in April. Oh, close that. They went up in April, May, June, and July. 4 times in 4 months. Historically, PG&E is going to raise their rates 6 to 8% every single year, year after year. Now the question is, what are you going to do about it? So there's one more thing I'd like to show you before I get on out of here, and this one's really, really an eyeball opener when I show this to homeowners that are potentially thinking of going solar. So if you navigate back on your PG&E bill, you want to navigate right over here. And you can see right here, it's going to say your electric charges breakdown. And if you go on page 2 as well, you can also see that there's a bunch of, that has all the rules and rates. You can go through and see what all these definitions are, but we're just going to pay attention to 3 of them. Let me bring up the calculator here because we're going to need this in a sec. So if you check this out right here, you can see it says generation. $386.68. The next one we have is transmission, $86.31. Then we have distribution, $290.92. Pay attention to those 3. Actually, let's even pay attention to electric public purpose programs, $32.77. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you've ordered a pizza before. And when you've ordered a pizza, let's say the pizza costs $20. You got a large pizza with 3 toppings on it, etc. Okay. When you got that pizza delivered, you probably estimate that the delivery cost is going to be about $4, maybe $5, right? If you tip the guy a couple bucks, you pay technically $27 total for that pizza, right? For the purchase of the pizza, and then for the $5 and then $2 tip to deliver the pizza and for the service for that pizza. Okay, so let's just call it $27 total. Now imagine that your generation is your pizza. That is your actual electricity cost, $386.68. Your transmission and your distribution is $86.31. So let's add that up. $86.31 plus distribution, $290.92. So the total cost for your pizza, aka your generation, the actual electricity that you used, was $386.68. You spent $377.23 on delivery just to bring the electricity to the home. So all those power lines that you see, those are the transmission lines. Those big chunky stations that you see when you're driving down the highway or the freeway, or maybe even in your local city if you're in PG&E's area, those are those distribution centers. I actually have one right down the street from my house right here. It's right down the street from my house. And these are the rates we're paying. We're essentially paying 1 for 1 for the cost of electricity and then just to bring it to the house. So it's really, really insane to me. I mean, would you pay $20 for a pizza and then pay an extra $20 to deliver it? Of course you wouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. Why would anybody do that? Now, on top of that, let's add the other costs of the electric public purpose programs, the 32.77, $410. Those aren't even electricity charges at this point. And then you have the miscellaneous ones of nuclear decommissioning, the DWR bond charge, competition transition charges, and taxes and other. So the taxes are only 79 cents. Everything else are just fees and shipping and handling essentially on your electricity. So every time you flip a switch, not only are you paying for that light to turn on, you're also paying shipping and handling just to bring it there. So it's mind-blowing. So again, roughly 50 to like 65% of your actual PG&E electric portion of your bill is just it's predominantly shipping and handling. That can all be eliminated if you decide to go solar. So I hope you got a ton of value out of this video. Again, let's just keep in mind, PG&E has provided us with power. We should be very, very grateful for what they've done for us over the last course of the 100 years. But if you're anything like me and you're a forward-thinking person, you know that change can be made. It's time to pivot and look in a different direction. And the most feasible direction is solar energy. It's predictable. It's clean for the most part. And you know exactly every month what you're going to get in your statement. You don't have to open your mail guessing what this month's bill is going to look like. You can actually have a guaranteed set amount of electricity. You know what you're going to get. And it's just the way to go. So if you'd like a solar quote or you'd like just some more information on how solar works, I'm more than happy to help you with that. Again, feel free to shoot me a message. Share this video with your friends and your family members just to bring them up to speed on how they're getting charged with PG&E right now. Just give them at least the education. I want this video to reach as many people as possible. I want it to, again, be a form of education so people can be informed and understand how they're getting billed and that there are other alternatives out there. So again, my name is Chris Altamirano. You can call me Chris the Solar Guy if you want. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, share if it's on YouTube, subscribe. Leave your comments as always if you have additional information to add or if you want any of these slides that I've used today. Please let me know. I appreciate your time. I hope I was able to give you some value today, and I hope you have a great day. All right? Take care.